Good morning.
Council member Brandon Johnson. I'm a veteran, I'm a patriot, I'm a black man.
Amen.
I normally salute and respect the flag.
Amen.
I did not stand up to the Pledge of Allegiance because you are an anti-American.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
As you can see, our great sister, Miss Prosperity, she was heated. Now you're looking at this veteran who served his country. How is everyone doing? I'm going to do the roll call, and you need to hear this. So again, we stand in solidarity with our great sister Prosperity and Chicago. All of these other people who continue to vote for the Democrats, again, you are voting for your own demise. How are you doing, Greg? How are you? Shazee, how you doing? Everyone, do me one small favor. Hit that like button as you enter the chat room. Ronnie, I told you we will continue to cover this because Brandon Johnson has to go. How are you, Mayor and Mr. Maga Tamara, Joel, Lord Tarikan, everyone, Ollie, Ken. This is insane. I'm talking for both of us today. All right, Mr. Maga. Thank you, love. We're glad you could make it. Tube Steak, how are you doing? Ken, hello. So if you've been here on the channel for a while, we've been following this. So I wanted to share our great sister Prosperity. If one of the moderators would please drop her channel link in the comment section. She is our boots on the ground. She actually goes to the city council meetings and she holds these people accountable. And I think it is an atrocity what they are doing to American citizens. They're jacking these prices up and then they're taking their properties. So again, the NAACP, the Congressional Black Caucus, Al Sharptongue, Ben Crump, where are all of these black race hustlers and poverty pimps who always call themselves speaking for Black Americans? They're not saying anything about this, right? So again, I feel bad for Prosperity. She is voting the proper way. But the other people, she's surrounded by a wall of blue. And this is horrible. Oh, okay, Mr. Ma, you got a day off. Good. So we're going to listen to this and then how you doing, Tina? The White House needs to intervene. Yes, Tina, this is awful. How you doing, my girls? Yes, Lord, to reckon that would be my prayer. This is awful what they're doing to these people. And like I said, Prosperity and others like Prosperity, they haven't been voting for the Democrats, but they are surrounded by a wall of blue. So listen to this. This was at the City Hall meeting. And then I have some people on TikTok talking about how their tax bills went up astronomically. Oh, my girls, it was fine. I just had to get my crown. And I wasn't at the dentist office as long as I anticipated. So I said, hey, why not jump on? How you doing, Mike? Welcome. All of you who have social media pages, if you want to help the channel continue to grow, share this stream out on Facebook or whatever social media you may have. So again, this is a veteran who served his country. He has his hat on here. And they need to listen to this guy along with the other people. Thank you, my girl. Yeah, everything worked perfectly. Thank you. So listen to this, and I'm going to be keeping up with you in the comment section. And again, I have some TikTok videos to share with you as well, because you know I've been all over TikTok and I found some other people. This is criminal what they're doing to the residents of Chicago.
It's a heinous crime. Yeah. Excuse me, are you paying attention to what I'm saying, sir?
No, he's not.
So here's the thing.
Start the clock over.
Let me say this. How you doing, Clint, Court Oliver? Now you see why our great sister Prosperity says, I forgot how many officers he has surrounding him. He knows if he was not surrounded by Chicago PD, that someone would take him out. And you know what I mean. You take people's livelihoods, people have worked for their homes. And look at this, like this guy fought for his country, and you're trying to take all of these homes. And I have an actual statistic of the homes that they've taken. And again, I told you, that's why I do not support BLM, even all of these organizations that purport to help. Oh, but you know, they're always telling Black Americans, well, you can't make it because of white supremacy and racism. They don't need to hear that from you, ma'ams or sirs. These people need help. They are basically stealing their properties. Your governor squandered the taxpayer money, the federal dollars, on people who were not citizens. And these are the ramifications that are left. This is the aftermath. Hey, how you doing, CCD? Oh, okay, love. That's fine. We're glad you're here. CCD, share this stream out, if you will. So listen to this. This is, I mean, it brings tears to your eyes, folks. It's sad.
When you all are time, the attention going on to the speaker, not to somebody else you want to talk to, right?
Look at him.
Now, you committed a black on black crime. That black on black crime is you raise the property tax on the south side and the west side of Chicago around here. When you over here allow team takeover,
Brandon won't even look at him.
You trying to justify you don't want nothing to happen. Now, a 14-year-old boy is over here. Their parents are getting ready for another funeral. And your kids are safe with 150 police details.
Call it.
Did you hear that, folks? Some of you who are new to the channel may not know, so let me reiterate. He has 150 police officers surrounding him at all times. And we know why. If you're just joining us, hit that like button. I told you he knows someone would take him out. Do you know that he's done so many people wrong? He's got to be living in fear. Why would one person need 150 police officers to surround him? Rusty, the most discouraging thing is that he will still have a base that will vote for him after all of this just because of identity politics. And that's the problem, Rusty. It's sad. And people like this man who served his country, a veteran, our great sister, Prosperity, they don't, you know, the people who, if you're surrounded by a wall of blue, what the heck are you to do? You're voting like Prosperity's been voting conservative forever. But look at what she's up against. How you doing, Greg? Okay, true, Greg, boom. How you doing, Monique? Share this stream out, folks. This is really sad. They're jacking these prices up. So you can thank the Democrats for that. They jacked up the home property taxes so that the people can't afford it. Then they're taking their homes. And we know who gets the home. So people are buying up these properties, okay? And we know what this is, folks. This is being done by design. Mayor Mohawk is going to protect himself and not the citizens. Tina, boom. This is in Chicago at the city council meeting. Our great sister Prosperity was there at the city council meeting because, again, he's trying to jack up these property taxes, and they are literally taking people's homes. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to play this. I have some TikToks where people are on there complaining about the property taxes. It's awful. And you have to remember now, this is a domino effect. Because one of the clips I'm going to show you on, how you doing, Baldwin Birds? One of the clips I'm going to show you on TikTok, a young lady, she owns a building and she rents. And, you know, people are already struggling to pay rent. She's like, okay, they jacked up the property tax. I have to raise the rent. She has to. Rusty, you know that's coming. It's Trump's fault. Rusty, since you brought that up, let me say, yes, the great Emperor Brandon Johnson of Chicago, the great Republic of Chicago, he keeps saying this is all Trump's fault because Trump cut federal funding, as he should have. What did they do with the federal dollars that they received under the Biden-Harris administration? We know what they did with that money. They spent it on non-American citizens into the billions. Cha-ching. It did, but he didn't get the memo. Right, Lord, you know what they do. Blame Trump or blame white supremacy and racism. Boom. That's always their go-to. Tina says it replacing blacks with the illegal. Yeah, and they're bringing something. Look at all those illegals they brought in, gave them homes and $10,000, $13,000 in food stamps. And you got people who were born here struggling on the streets, can't get anything. Bill 8060. This is what y'all voted for. Bill, there are a lot of people who did not vote for this. Our great sister Prosperity, who was actually live at this particular city council meeting, she's been voting conservatively for years. And so if you're surrounded by people who keep voting blue, what can you do? I would leave, sell if I own. Yeah, Court Oliver, I know how I am, and more than likely that's what I would do. I asked Sister Prosperity about that. She said she's been there forever. She's not leaving Chicago. I said, you're a better woman than I am, because I know me. I would sell out. I would be so disgruntled and disappointed. I would probably sell and move somewhere with some lower property taxes, because he squandered the money. And now he's raising these prices. These people can't afford this. People who've worked all their lives, and they're just taking their homes. Oh my God. Tell me what you would do in the comment section, folks. Hit the like button. Let me finish playing this.
It out.
So when you over here talking about you want to put skin in the game to raise corporate taxes and stuff, you want to tax the rich. But you got $5 million in the CTU pension plan. You need to tax yourself on that.
Hello.
Right? You got the cronies like Jeff Winston.
Why are you standing up? Sit down.
Lopez, all the Hispanic KKKs over here.
That's right. Got that right.
You're looking at the KKK, all those Democrats in there. Those are the people who are trying to hold you down. Those, not the conservatives. The ones that not, we're not saying him specifically, but I'm talking about the people who keep voting for the Democrat. You're voting the KKK in. That's who the KKK is. Boom. So they knock them down and build $500,000 homes and get taxes for mayor. Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. So he's trying, and he's threatening the city council. So we're going to see where this goes. But Bill, some people have already lost their homes, and it's just sad. And the sad part is a lot of people don't realize you've been replaced, and they're still voting for Democrats. That's the tragic part of it. Oh,
the anti-ICE protests and stuff. We want these illegal out.
That's right.
We want them out now.
That's right.
Yes. Clap.
Now, you can boo all you want to, but while you booing, hey, grown folks talking, stay in your place.
Okay.
Right.
Say it, Dennis.
This right here is the Constitution.
Yeah.
Some of y'all know it, some of y'all read it, but some of y'all don't respect it. And the first thing it say, we the people. It doesn't say Brandon Johnson. It doesn't say we the politicians.
Boom.
It doesn't say nothing. And now you over here got these rental reverends over here saying.
Rental reverends.
You over here got these rental reverends over here.
Say it again.
Spiritual, but there's no spiritual.
yeah. He's talking about. He has a group of black preachers. Jackleg preachers is what I call them. My girls can I get an amen? Yeah. And the crooked black preacher, how often have I talked about them? They're in bed with the Democratic Party. Yes, Mayor. It's a scam. That's all it is. Greg, I've seen a press conference where he said he was going to end it. Thought he did. No, Greg, he has not. No, sir. And for all the exposure that's being done, dumb Democrats will stay dumb and vote blue no matter who. Maybe they need to examine their drinking water for high levels of stupidity. Boom. Yeah, Rusty, he's not listening to these people. He has millions of dollars in pensions and all these things. He could care less about these people. This does not affect him. And I was watching a video earlier today. They have a fund, is it 200 million to welcoming the illegals? I need to check into that so I can share that with you tomorrow. Yeah, I heard something about that. The devils do the devilish deed. Yes, they do. Taxation without reputation. We already went through this. Yes, Tina.
In your part, bro. You put money in people's pockets, taking pictures and stuff. It's like things with the devil and stuff.
Exactly.
And with the Bible and stuff. So we're gonna get you out that seat.
Yes, we are.
But before we pledgely vote you out, I'd rather see you in an orange jump.
Yes.
I'd rather see you locked up.
All
because
orange.
you're doing the most heinous crime. And Trump, get DOJ and get this man out.
Out of here! Yes! Get him out! That's how you do it.
Good morning, Mayor, Council members. My name is David Barbosa. I'm speaking on behalf of the Southeast Environmental Task Force, one of the third generation residents of the 10th Ward. I grew up on the Southeast side. My parents grew old here. I raised my daughter here, and like many families in our community, I've experienced loss, change, and most importantly, dreams. I think about the memories of my family made in the neighborhood, cookouts at Cal Park, birthdays catered by Heine. Of course, there's violence, but we overcame every day. And it breaks my heart to see how many families today are being pushed to the limit, barely getting by, working long hours just to keep the lights on or keep a roof over their heads. The cost of living has skyrocketed, and meanwhile, wages aren't keeping up. My parents are now considering selling our family home, something I never thought I'd see.
You hear what this, I hope you heard what this young man just said. His parents are now considering selling their family home. And a lot of people who are able to, they're selling out. And this is what they want. They've been replaced. Maybe it's time to start voting Republican. Bill 8060, I think you're new here. Let me know. We've been saying that forever on this channel. Yes, please stop voting blue no matter who. Bill, all you need to do is go back and look at my older videos. I've said it 1,000 times. Stop, but yes, Tina, pulpit pimps. Stop voting blue no matter who. Rusty and I don't, because I would be so downtrodden and discouraged. I know I would sell. But that is so sad that they keep not our great sister Prosperity, not all of them, but too many, the majority continue to vote for Democrats, as I said, to their own demise. Oh, this is sad.
Not because they want to leave, but because the burden has become too heavy. We're not alone. Our neighbors, our friends, our community members are facing the same pressure. But while families are stretched thin, we see large corporations and industrial facilities in our neighborhoods continue to operate.
Yeah, so you see what they're doing. So they're jacking the prices up so the people can't afford the taxes. And then from some videos and some reading I've done, they are then some corporations are buying up homes, and sometimes you'll have a developer to come in and buy up a bunch of the homes. So this is all done by design. Whether people know it or not, or want to tell the truth about the situation, they're doing this on purpose, and they are. How you doing, Monique? They will nickel and dime us to death until we barely have pennies left. Monique, that's the game. You know it. Oh my God. Okay, Lanita, sounds like you're having a good meal there. Wish I had some. Ruby, Chicago's voting model is vote early and vote often. Boom. Yes, they need voter ID, Ruby. Yes.
Make profit and benefit from being in our community without sharing the responsibility of supporting them. We constantly face the burden, not them. We deal with polluted land, polluted air, truck traffic, asthma, cancer clusters, and the health that come from being a dumping ground for our industry. We deal with the rising cost of groceries, utilities, and rent. How do we deal with this in the 10th Ward? 40% of our community makes less than $40,000 a year. We deal with the impossible choice. Leave the community you love or watch it become unlivable. What we are asking of City Council is simple. Recognize our community's reality when making decisions. The companies benefit from being here, they must contribute back. If we want a thriving city, it starts with our neighborhoods. being places where residents are healthy, supported, and able to stay in the homes they grew up in. Investments in clean air, clean land, and environmental health are not just environmental issues. There are economic stability issues, family stability issues, and public health issues. That's why we also need you to support the Hazel M. Johnson ordinance. Our area of one of the highest rates of asthma and cancer. I'm asking you to think about families like mine when you vote. Think about people who built this.
Okay, Greg says urban studies, research methods, Portland State, 90 avowed racist LBJ's visions of destroying the Black community's family structure has come to fruition. Only thing I remember. Okay, Greg McNeely, thank you. Lanita, during urban renewal time, cities brought houses for a little as $150, even if there was nothing wrong with it. In Akron, Ohio, today they sold the area for industrial space and unused in an unused expressway. Yeah. Thank you, Juanita. How you doing, Juanita Estes? Yes, vote red. Don't be scared. And at this channel, our mantra is do not vote blue, no matter who. Ooh. Juanita, let me know if you're new so we can give you a nice warm Rollins Reviews welcome. Dorian, they do not. They only care about illegals and immigrants. That's it.
City, generation after generation, and ensure these will remain here. We don't want to leave our home. We want a city that invests in us, not just in corporations, that sees us as their neighbor. We want a city where our children can stay, grow, and thrive. Thank you for your time.
That's right. Tell them. Speak up for your community.
Oh, he too tall.
Good morning, everyone.
Hold the thing
I'm
way up.
Dominic Lopez, General Manager of Smoke Station in Golden Square. I am here to speak against the proposed Quit Headband ordinance. I'll read a statement from my boss.
Juanita Estes, everyone, let's give Juanita a nice warm. Anytime someone new joins us, I pause because we thank you. We're glad you're here and we appreciate you. Everyone give Juanita a nice warm Rollins Reviews welcome. Hit that like button, Juanita. Also, if you are enjoying the content, please, please, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure it is on all notifications. Hello. Howdy. Once they finally get that Obama library open, the land they stole from the South Side and the West Side will quadruple in value. That's why they're being taxed out. Boom, Ruby's dropping some more truth bombs. Ruby knows what's going on. You can thank Obama again. Clint, how you doing? Clint said he just subscribed. Clint, everyone, let's give Clint a nice, warm Rollins Reviews welcome as well. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let me, my phone crashed, but I'm getting ready to speak to Clint right now. Clint, welcome. Make sure it is on all notifications, love. Okay. Yeah, we're glad you're here. Oh, my phone crashed again. Let me try again. I don't know what's going on with my phone.
The owner. As of October 2025, our annual sales of hemp, specifically THCA, account for 78% of our business. We were forced to pivot to selling hemp as a result of the pandemic, which took most of our glass business away.
Appreciate you too, Juanita Estes. Juanita and Clint, if you have Facebook and other forms of social media, please share this stream out. The more the merrier, we say. As you can see, we call out all of the nonsense of the left. We just don't care. All right, here we go.
If hemp is banned, we will be forced to shut our doors and 4 people will lose their jobs. Not only my partner, my boss, who has 2 children, is raising a whole family.
You don't care about that. He only care about his own children.
2 of whom will have to be forced to move back into emotionally and queer-phobic, abusive families. Furthermore, this ban has no basis in reason, especially not when alcohol is freely sold and regulated tightly and well. Now we all know the harm that alcohol causes, cirrhosis, heart disease, cancer. Hemp causes none of these outcomes. And yet, despite the fact that 88,000 people die of alcohol-related illness annually, or there have been 0 deaths from hemp and fewer than 10,000 hospitalizations, Mr. Quinn would rather ban hemp and keep alcohol flowing freely. If you ask me, the hemp market is regulated insufficiently. I agree with that. I want y'all not to ban hemp. I want y'all to regulate it, to tax it. The city has a pension crisis. We need a tax revenue. Please, tax my hemp. Do not ban it. Ban it. We live in Chicago. We got prohibition.
This the sad part is he just stands up there with that dumb look on his face. He could care less about these people. This does not affect him. He is not going to do anything to help these people because they are American citizens. Boom, there, I said it. MAGA tomorrow, welcome, love. His Barack Obama's new library looks like a prison. Yeah, it's probably what they want it to look like, right? How you doing, Robert? Yeah, they're loony. Tina, yes, we are growing. Oh my God, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I feel so bad. Those of you just joining us, MAGA tomorrow, our great sister Prosperity went to the city council meeting, and I also have some TikToks to share with you where people are talking about, these taxes. People are having to leave their home. People are losing their homes. It's just sad. This is how the Democratic Party treats American citizens. Please, please, please stop voting for Democrats. They're not going to do anything for you. The only people who should be voting for Democrats at this point are immigrants. Those are the only groups of people who they do anything for. And I would say the illegals, but they're not supposed to be voting. Of course, they were trying to make it so that they could. And I did hear some did vote in New York, but that's another story for another day. How you doing, Collie? The only group of people in America who should be voting for Democrats are immigrants. All the rest of us, no, and no one should be voting for Democrats, but we know they're on that immigrant hill and they're dying on that immigrant hill. Don't forget, he's also taxing businesses for each employee that's working for them. Rusty, this guy, that now you see why he has 150 people, Chicago PD surrounding him. He's in fear for his life. He's no dummy. He knows that. So yeah, stop voting for Democrats. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Oh.
Here, we had a temporary movement here. I do not need to remind anyone of the damage caused by the disastrous war on drugs and prohibition era gangster on our city. If we ban hemp, you will see a resurgence of that, even as hundreds of people across the city lose their jobs, and the city will lose hundreds of thousands of dollars in annual tax revenue.
So again, what bothers me is these people are up there standing and talking. He's just standing there with that dumb look on his face. Let me go to the next person so you can see what he's saying. This is so sad. Just taking American citizens' homes. This is not right at all. Oh my God. Okay, here's the next person. Hold on.
Hello, my name is Brandon Eber, and I'm the 24-year-old resident in the 44th Ward. I come here today to urge my alderman, Bennett Lawson, and the rest of the Chicago City Council to fully support the mayor's proposed budget for the 2026 fiscal year.
No.
Bennett and 25 other aldermen.
Now you see this guy right here. He said he's 20. I forgot he's 20-some years old. So this is probably a plant. They always have a plant in there to come in there and say really nice things about Brandon Johnson. So listen to this crap.
Presented Mayor Johnson a budget alternative that exacerbates the worst income inequality our city has seen in the last half-century.
You always gonna get the
I was born
sellouts.
and raised in a small town in the southwest part of Ohio. For most of my life, I've been in Chicago.
Go back to
very
Ohio.
young. a city where young people can dream of doing and
Yeah, this guy's a plant. I don't know who wrote him someone wrote this guy a check, and you can hear the woman you hear talking, that's Prosperity. As she's recording, she's like, I can't believe what this guy is saying. They thought there wasn't anyone worse than Beetlejuice, and they FAFO, Greg. You better believe it. Stop voting for Democrats. Fun fact, much of the movie Dark Knight was filmed in the streets of Chicago. Oh, okay. And Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Okay, thank you, Rusty. Listen to this guy. I don't know who wrote this guy a check.
Sincere don't want
anything
this.
they set their mind to. I remember visiting the city with my family, walking by the lake on a picture-perfect summer afternoon, reading a piano Pete Frank at Wrigley Field. I moved to this city because of its wonderment. Its ability to inspire and make opportunities.
Yeah, people come to this city to corruption.
Unfortunately, after being here for just a few years and examining the supposed
Got
progressive
corruption
policy
in the office.
it is clear that many of our city leaders
Monique, yes, you know this is Crook County. Boom. You know it.
are more interested in saying the right thing instead of actually doing so. An estimated 1 in 4 youth in Chicago live in poverty. 94% of Chicago youth cite mental health as a problem. 1 in 4 youth witness violence on a weekly basis. This year, One Soda Chicago gave 30,000 young people jobs in the healthcare, transportation, and business sectors. The city gave their youth a glimpse of hope. The city council's alternative budget proposal threatens thousands.
All right, that's enough of him. Let's go to Danny C. I think she's next. She's been very vocal too. I think, Michael, you were referencing her in the chat, I think.
City council.
Yes, Lanita said this boy is a paid bubblehead. He doesn't live in the hood. He's been trying to buy and flip houses for money. Boom. Yeah, every once in a while they'll send a plan in there. I guess if they wrote a check to vote blue if you're a fool, Michael. Boom. Oh my God. Yes, hit that like button, folks. Here we go. Yeah, this is Danny C. Mr. Market tomorrow. I smell some BS. Me too, Mr. Market tomorrow. Bull sugar. Boom.
They got the clock ticking. That fake one. Oh, yeah. That's Brandon Johnson faking like he crying. That was at a press conference last week. No, she put it on. She's playing it back to him. Sound like a fool. Sound like a straight fool.
I think Danny C is playing the Emperor Johnson on her phone. CCD, you're fine, love. Yeah, it is going downhill. So listen, it's hard to hear her, but she's playing the video. She has her phone up to the microphone, but it's hard to hear it.
With his lying self. I'm already lit.
Movie audition is this.
Okay.
Fake cries. What is this? See, we know what it's like. We knew what it was like last year.
Mm-hmm.
We came down here and we begged these auditors, race 50 auditors, and you, not to spend our money on illegal aliens, to put it in our community.
Since 2023, that was.
We know what it was like when we was down here back before last year. We know what it's like when Biden was in full effect. We know what it's like right now from our property taxes. Right now, bill came out, and we're trying to figure out how we're going to stay in our homes. Senior citizens that's on a fixed income, trying to figure out
all
how
by
they're
plan.
going to pay these high property taxes.
See what I'm saying? And she's saying what I mentioned earlier. Putting senior citizens, people who worked all their lives, but now their homes are paid for, but they can't pay the taxes. Oh, well, you got to get out. This is not acceptable, folks. This is no way. How you doing, Gab? This is in no shape, form, or fashion acceptable. And that's why he is surrounded by 150 Chicago PD, because he knows someone would take him out. He knows it.
All by
Trying to
plan.
figure it out. So, oh yeah, we know this life.
Come on, Dan.
This was all by plan.
You in your administration that's giving these raises. Let's talk about these raises.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Dan.
Michael J. McMurray, $58,000 raise if this budget passes. Chris Brown, over the public library that I can't even get the footage when I was attacked.
Come on.
But he's getting a $15,000 raise.
Keep telling it.
Nancy Andrews, that's getting a $26,000 raise. Tierra Hughes, that's getting a $22,000 raise.
Deputy Chief.
You got that going.
Randy Carter, that's getting a $16,000 raise. Cole Stelling, that's getting a $16,000 raise.
So she's calling out all of these people that are getting all these raises, and all these other people in her community, they're losing their homes because they can't pay their property taxes. Make it make sense, folks.
Michael Belsky, that's getting a $19,000 raise.
Comptroller.
Angela Tarver, that's the Department of Environment that she was talking about. Angela Tarver, $30,000 raise.
$30,000.
Let's finish talking. Let me see.
That's it.
Derek Christensen Lowry, $21,000.
To do what? What are you doing? When y'all do nothing. Y'all don't do nothing. No, you don't even do nothing. They get a raise.
Come on. We can't get that raise on the job. Y'all feel for the man now.
We coming for those seats.
Tell the truth. Lori, won't even settle our case. We coming for them seats. Sit up there and do nothing. Don't pass the budget, you don't.
They won't help the community, but they sure do give themselves raises. They get those raises, don't they? Oh my God. Please do not vote for someone because they're Black. Do not vote for someone because they are a woman. You better go back and do some research and see what their policies are. This is why we have these problems in these blue cities. This is why. Oh my God. Oh.
Chicago flips red. 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 We coming for those seats.
Chicago flips.
And all your aldermen getting raises soon. All of these aldermen getting raises soon. All of them. Get this budget paid.
Y'all please, goddamn, please. Hold on. Hey, one more outburst.
Okay.
Will be asked to.
Okay, exactly.
Please.
Don't make us outburst. Don't look at me. Damage is good. Thank you.
I'm Rob Child. I'm a resident of the 33rd Ward. I work for the Jewish Council on Urban Affairs.
Mayor, that would never happen. Him donate his salary? You kidding me? No, I would not be able to sit. Tina, I couldn't deal with that. I would be so distraught. Oh, CCD, they always bring the receipts, love. Yes, they do. Hit that like button, folks. We have 50 people in here. I need one more person to hit that like button. Yes. That's why he's surrounded with 150 police officers. Because, okay, I'm not gonna play all of this. I want you to hear. Let me see, because I have some TikTok videos to share with you as well. What I'll do is share. Ruby or another moderator, please drop our great sister Prosperity's channel link in the chat section, please. Right, CCD? Hell, no fury like a scorned woman. You better believe it. CCD, I don't know if you've been keeping up with this. They have been taking these people's properties. Oh my God. It is so sad. Jeez.
Our work on housing and justice.
All right, so I'm going to go on. I'm not going to play all of it. I wasn't going to be before you long. Let me see what this lady is saying here.
I came here to ask you for a West Side favor.
All right. Because the other people, let me see. This man, let me see what.
Because they don't know nothing about how to balance a budget sheet. They know nothing about assets or liabilities. These are the exact people.
Goodbye. Woo, boom. Goodbye, idiot.
And I didn't let you hear him because, you know, he another plant. Okay, I want you to hear the people who are really there fighting to stop this from happening. Okay. Yes, CCD. CCD, I can drop some of my channel links. Miss Prosperity comes on the show all the time. It is despicable what they're doing to these people. These hardworking, you know, Prosperity's husbands, retired military, you know, no, that's not right.
Idiot.
They don't know nothing about balancing a doggone balance sheet. Wow. Assets, liabilities. Idiots, I tell you. The main ones that cause it to go down to the trash. All right, let's do this.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor. I am here to ask you of a favor. I need a favor. I came here to ask you for a West Side favor.
West Side.
We have a flood
Let's
on
see.
the West Side 2 years ago in 2023. FEMA came here, did the needs assessment. We submitted as a city the community development block grant disaster recovery.
They still haven't paid for the floods
In
over
that
there.
action plan, we got $426 million. Remember, we were at Austin Town Hall, we held the check, we smiled, that was great. But then when the money fell, we saw that 91% of that money went to infrastructure needs, because based on the report and the analysis that the OMB did, the majority of the housing needs were met. However, that was done when it was still warm, before people turned on their furnaces. So now we're going to these meetings and people are very frustrated. They're saying, oh, we got all this money and we don't have any money for us. We have a mold problem right now on the West Side. So it is very possible for us as a city, the OMB, if you tell them to do this, to amend the action plan to put housing supports in there so that we can do mold remediation. We can get these furnaces out of people's homes.
Yes.
People who have blown air.
2 years.
Have mold in them.
I hope you can hear this. This has been going on for 2 years. But I'll tell you one thing, soon as those migrants got to Chicago, they papered them up, put that money in their hands, put them $10,000, $13,000 on their EBT cards. These American citizens are still waiting. And you see what this woman is telling you these people are dealing with after the flood. You know the damage that water does and all that comes with that. This is how he treats American citizens.
And now that mold is going through the house. This is very simple. It takes nothing from the council.
$256 million still held up.
Pretty please.
No, it's spent. That's where it went.
With mouth off on top. Please amend this grant so that we can get the federal funds to come.
They don't even have the $500K for the freaking reparations.
That's the first favor that we ask. Pretty please, Mr. Mayor, as our neighbor. The second favor that we are asking.
This woman, she's being nice. She's asking him for favors. Ma'am, you are not an illegal. He's not going to do anything for you. Stop asking. It's so sad. Gail, they keep stealing these folks' homes. Someone might be found in the lake. Gail, this is what I'm saying. That's why he keeps himself surrounded with 150 Chicago PD. You're up here taking people are losing their livelihood, something they worked for all their life. Yeah, people who are normally nonviolent, they tend to do things they wouldn't normally do. How you doing? Video Z3N. When Illinois youth coming to voting for its House of Representatives from 1870 to 1980, voters had 3 votes to distribute among candidates in a 3-member district. Okay, video to Z3N. Let me know if you're new here. MAGA to give money to illegals and use money against Americans. Yes. Yes, MAGA. Say it again, MAGA, please, for the people in the back. And all I can say, oh, video is new here. Everyone, welcome video. Welcome to the Rollyn's Reviews channel. Everyone give video a nice warm welcome. We're glad you're here. Please feel free to tell us what your opinions are on these topics that we're discussing, which we do talk about Chicago a lot. We stand in solidarity with Chicago, with our great sister, Miss Prosperity, I hope someone, Baldwin Birds, please drop her channel link in the chat so we can go sub her up. Thank you so much, love. So it is time for people in Chicago to stop voting for Democrats. It is time for you to separate from the Democrats. Go your separate ways. It's time. It's been time. Here we stand, worlds apart, hearts broken in two, sleepless nights, losing ground. I'm reaching for you, feeling that it's gone, can't change your mind. If we can't go on to survive the tide, love divides. Someday love will find you, break those chains that bind you. One night will remind you how we touched it when our separate ways. Boom. Yes, I knew I was going to sing that song tonight because I have Journey's greatest hit CD in the truck. Yes. Oh my God. Yes, Rusty, Journey. It is time to stop voting for the Democrat. Go your separate ways. Chicago, wake up.
It's for you to push whatever beef you got with the president to the side.
Yes!
The president, whether you like him or not, we know how to shake a hand and make a friend. We need to get them back on board so that they can send those federal resources back to us and our budget can calm down a little bit.
I hope you heard what this lady said. She's telling Brandon Emperor Johnson to get on board with Trump so Trump can send those federal dollars back to Chicago. Ma'am, let me go ahead and tell you that is not going to happen. Trump will not, which I'm glad he's not. He's very intelligent. He will not be sending federal dollars to any sanctuary city. Boom. And I don't blame him. What did Chicago do with the other federal money that they received? I forgot. Someone type it in the comment section. Yes, Johnson's got to go. Yes, Gail. Boom. Yes, Beverly. I love Journey. I listened to them today. Rusty, Journey is my Rolling Stone, Miss. Okay, Rusty. Yes, I was listening to Journey today. I tell you, I'd be greatest hit CD in the truck. So yeah, what she's saying is not possible. Trump has already stated he is not sending money to sanctuary cities, and they're trying to sue Trump to get that money released. How you doing, Lola? Brandon ain't safe. I see lots of stuff on fire all the time. Yes, Lola, I think you're new here. Welcome, love. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know if you're new here so we can give you a nice warm welcome. Michael Johnson said Black Democrats wouldn't approve of you playing that white music. I know it, Michael. That's what I grew up listening to. Yeah, they wouldn't like me at all because I'm not a victim and I don't subscribe to victimology and victimhood and white supremacy and systemic racism. None of that works on me. I was not raised to believe that I'm a victim, and so I know I am not. They can take that and jump in the lake. Boom. Yes, Michael Jackson. Yes, Men Without Hats, a safety dance. Oh, it's a safety dance. Yes, yes, yes.
We won't have as many taxes. We won't have, we know what to do.
All that money held up.
Talk to them. You can too. You from the West Side, you know how to talk to people. You know how to shake hands. You know how to.
CCD. CCD. OMG. Since you mentioned it, CCD, I did listen to Love and Touch and Squeeze. And so everyone look at what CCD just said, just typed. Can everyone see? CCD said, Love and Touch and Squeeze in your mind. Yes, you make me weep. and want to die. Just when you said we try, loving, touching, squeezing each other. I listened to that today. Boom. When I'm alone, all by myself. Oh my God. Yes. I listened to my journey today. CCD. I love it. Devo, whip it good.
Make a friend. That's how you're sitting there. So please talk to the president. Even if it's just 20 minutes, that's okay. But we got to start getting this relationship back on board, because now we need her.
Got too much pride.
The time.
Too much pride.
Give us the amended plan to get the mold out of our basement. But if he's saying we're not sending Chicago anything, then now we have more of our neighbors with mold in the basement. Now we got those people outside.
They got money for those free degrees of our legals.
Yeah, remember the money. He also has money, everything. All right, CCD, I love it, dear. Yeah, all the money that he's given to these illegal, everything. And I told you, I was here, I heard about something, $200 million being set aside for illegals. I have to check into that. Not just what people do. Yeah. Take the money. Yeah, Greg. Oh, take the money and run. That's what they've done. Steve Miller Band. Boom. That's all they've done. And this woman, you feel so bad. She's explaining the problem, but he's not going to help her. Yes, Beverly, we in the 80s, we had a good time. We didn't have people telling us that we could not make it and we were victims. Yeah, I loved it. And there was no woke.
Might send them money to move, because he knows what happened there. But if we're not having that conversation, we can't come to those goals. So pretty please, Mr. Mayor, amend that action plan for us to get the mold out the basement and make a free.
We shouldn't be begging him for our money.
I love him. He's gonna be our leader. Thank you.
That's true.
That's true. That's true. You're right. That was true.
Boom, Brenda. Yes, Mick Jagger, my favorite, sang about Brandon. Emperor Brandon Johnson and Princeton. Yes, please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. Yes, that song is about Brandon. You're right, and Pritzker. Yes. OMG. All right, I'm going to go on to. I'm going to share this video. If you want to watch it in its entirety, I'll share it up under the in the description box. But yeah, you see where this is going. He just stands there with dumb looks on his face. He's not even paying attention to what these people are saying. He cares nothing for these people. It's very evident. 80, yeah. Rusty, the 80s were golden. 70s and 80s are my favorite. She was trying to be too cute and polite. Yeah, she needed to get down and dirty with that clown. You got it.
But we're not going to get the money. So don't send another dime. We love what you're doing. You're starving them out because
and advise Brandon.
So every one of them.
Okay, so she is also running for mayor. This is the secretary. Yep. Anna Valencia.
I like what Prosperity, when she's there recording, she's telling you who's who, what they're running for. She has all of her receipts. Like I said, I won't play any more of this. I will share it in the description box because I don't want to keep you on here too long. I want to share the TikToks. So it's not just here, folks. This is actually people. I don't know how. It just depends on how much you're on social media. But yeah, it's everywhere. Okay, and people are complaining, and this is not acceptable at all. All right, let me cue up the shorts that I have for you, and then we'll go. They're just little shorts on TikTok, but I want to share those with you. All right, let me stop it. All right, I have it paused. Yeah, hit that like button if you haven't already. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We are glad that you are here. All right, let me go ahead and add the TikToks. Here we go. All right. So let's see what some of these people are saying. And this is real time, folks. This is, you know, you want to know what's really going on because Brandon Johnson just keeps blowing smoke up our rears. He won't tell the truth to save his life. So you have, if you're on social media like I am, there are people on there telling it like it is. Okay, so let's see what this young lady is saying.
This because rent is about to go up, mortgage is going up. It is crazy. Like my mortgage payment is going up $1,000. Like it's almost a lot, like $7,000-8,000 increase from what it was in the previous couple years I've had this property. And unfortunately, it's going to have to get passed down to me, my tenants, the people that are living my property. Like it's going to be ridiculous. Like I don't understand how this has not made huge news yet and how people are uprising about this. Like $1,000. Like imagine you coming home one day and if you're renting, your landlord tells you, oh, by the way, rent's got to go up because taxes increase. Like, what are we going to do? And they're claiming it's this new tax called TIF, T-I-F, tax increase. And it's starting January 1st. So if you don't know about it, please do your research on it. But this is going to be major, major, major. Like you're going to see people just flying off the rails, selling their properties because people can't afford it anymore. It's going to be way too expensive. People can't live in the county anymore because it's going to be way too expensive. So do some research, look this up, know this. We need to go talk to the county, call the county, protest this. Like this is ridiculous. Like this is going to be a huge, huge, huge impact on people, and it's going to decrease the ability for people to be able to live. So what are we going to do about this? So if you live in Chicago,
right. So what are your thoughts on that, folks? And look at her comment section. Yeah. We're being taxed to death. Honestly, my rent has increased every single year the past 5 years. So if you read the comments, you're hearing people are telling you what they are going through. Rusty, these increases would be fine if wages were increasing along with them, but wages are going the opposite direction. That's a very valid point, Rusty. The wages aren't increasing. Her mortgage is probably fixed. Her escrow will go up because of the tax. Yeah, that's how that works, Greg. Yeah. Yes, CCD is too dangerous. No, thank you. I like not having bullet holes. Boom. All right, so let me share. I have another, let me see, let me find it. Hold one sec. Let me cue this next TikTok up. Yeah, let me know what you think about these people and how they're just taking their property. I mean, just what the heck? And I'm going to show you, once I pull up the next TikToks, I'll show you. All right, here we go. I have it. I got it now. I want to show you some stats that I found on here. Okay, so let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll show you another video, and we are done. All right. Oh my God, this is so sad. And we just looked at this guy. All right. And we looked at this guy as well. So look at this right here, folks. I have to turn, there's a little song there, so I have to turn that down. But look at this. Since 2019. Oh, it's going too fast. Hold on. I'll have to go back because I want you to see it. I'll play it again. But look at this. Urgent. Cook County homeowners. Over 1,000 families have already lost their homes since 2019, not because of overspending, but because the math became impossible. Property taxes are rising faster than household income, and many who fell behind were short less than $5,000. That's the cost of a 10-year-old Chevy Impala, not a luxury. When a bill jumps from $1,162 to $4,706 in 6 months, that isn't a budgeting issue. That's a system problem that blindsides everyday homeowners. Seniors, veterans, longtime residents, people who built their lives here. But here's the truth. You still have paths if you act early. So supposedly this guy is trying to help them. But I wanted you to see these stats here, folks. To let you know, I do have receipts, and this is actually happening to people. And it's just so sad. Oh my God. All right. So I wanted to show you, and there were a couple of more that I was going to, and then I don't know if you heard about this one. But yeah, look, all of these things that have been happening.
$17,494 in property taxes for.
Hold on, let me start it over. So this has been
this 700 square foot one bedroom.
This has been going on for a few years, but this is what they're doing, taking people's homes.
Bedroom apartment will now cost Michael Markellos $17,494 in property taxes for 1 year. Markellos and his mother own this 10-unit Lincoln Park apartment complex. Last year's tax bill for all 10 units combined was $23,674. But now look at this. The same 10 units are now $128,282 this year, up 440%.
I was outraged. These are basically simple one-bedroom apartments for people, college graduates who work downtown.
The majority of the annual increases are from the latest installment of tax bills just sent out at the beginning of December. The payment is due before the end of the year, and in just a few months, another installment of taxes will be due.
Merry Christmas and Happy Valentine's Day.
Markellos says the only way to pay for the recent tax hike would be to raise the rent on the one-bedroom apartments. The increase, he says, would scare renters away.
We have to go up to $5,000, $6,000 to pay all the bills.
And no one's going to pay that.
Well, who in their right mind is going to pay for it?
Markellos' attorney is appealing the increase with the Board of Review and the Cook County Assessor's Office, which assesses properties and determines how much to bill. How hard is this for you?
Financially, it's basically putting the building in bankruptcy.
What are you going to? This 700 square.
All right. And again, we talked about this. Someone powerful is trying to buy that land. They're pushing them out, trying to get it cheap. We know the game. We know exactly what is going on here, folks. So this has been going on. It's just sad. But yeah. Yeah, they're giving people these bills that they cannot pay.
Afternoon, Mayor Brandon Johnson spent over 3 minutes defending his 2026 budget plan.
Even though there's a warning, it could lead to the city's credit being downgraded. Tia's back to explain why the mayor says the rich should pay more. Tia.
That's exactly what he said. And he was very candid about what he had to say. Earlier this year, Chicago's credit rating was knocked down a notch, a signal to investors that the city may struggle to meet its financial obligations. The mayor says that's exactly why he's pushing for new progressive revenue sources and says financial problems already existed well before he took office.
Securing. Of course, we know what happened when he started spending billions of dollars on illegals. That didn't help his financial situation. Charles Brewer, how you doing, love? Hey, remember, move Black American people out. FBA get out and put illegal immigrants, foreigners, and immigrant people from another country in. Hey, stop voting blue no matter who. They've already replaced you. You're right, Charles. They're forcing this nation into socialism by taxing them out of their homes and making them look. Yes, my girls. Doreen, how you doing, love? The poor elderly have no way to pay. Dorian, they've been taking people's homes for years. Stealing what they should have been buying. Yes, Brenda. We own a house in Michigan out in the country, maybe $600 a year for property. Right, CCD, as it should be. Michael, I cannot either. He is such a snake. Oh my God. How you doing, Sherry Yelverton? I think the tax assessor has a drinking problem. Okay. Doreen, I've been telling people, I've been begging people, please do not vote blue no matter who. Vote red instead. That's my mantra. Oh my God. If you're new here, let us know so we can give you a nice warm Rollins Reviews welcome. But yeah, this is what we're up against. And it's so sad for people in Chicago who are voting the way they should be voting. But this is what they're doing. They're taking people's property.
Revenue from areas where our economy is shifting, which the social media tax is one of those areas that I believe that will ensure that we generate more progressive revenue to deal with the structural damage that I inherited.
Mayor Brandon Johnson is defending his more than $16 billion budget plan, even as analysts warn it could put Chicago's credit rating at risk. The mayor is pushing a first-of-its-kind social media tax, part of several new revenue proposals aimed at what he calls, quote, fairness. That includes a community safety surcharge, a $21 per month head tax on large employers, and higher fees on cloud-based services. Critics say those measures could drive jobs and innovation right out of the city of Chicago, calling it a move that could make the city less competitive. Johnson insists, though, the plan is about long-term stability, not short-term pain, saying he inherited a broken system, and this budget is the moment of truth for fixing it. And he won't balance the budget shortfalls on the backs of the poor.
That's all he's ever done. Brandon Johnson gave all his staff massive raises. Doreen, I shared that before you got here. We went over that because Prosperity was at the city council meeting and Danny C was going over that. Oh, yeah. Brenda, yep, taxing social media. Sherry Yelverton, I have a $250,000 house with 28 acres. My taxes the last 15 years is around $1,220, give or take 100. Wow, Cher. Oh, my God. What a big difference, right? About when he's looking for long-term stability for the illegals. That's why I want Trump to get them out. I am sick of it. So this is what they're doing. They're putting they've already replaced American citizens. They're giving their let me see. Yeah, they're giving their property to the illegal. Well, they were. That's why I want Trump to get these people out of here. Yeah, all these high bills. They know these people can't pay these bills, but they don't care. And that's the sad part. You know? Oh my God. This is just, it's too sad. Here's another one from the
South Suburbs. Well, tonight, Tia Ewing has the massive mistake on this homeowner's bill. Tia.
Well, Dawn and also Scott, the current homeowner, says that he received this tax bill showing that his property, his home that was built in 1950, was assessed at over a little more than $1 million. But Daryl Lloyd says that his home is only worth a little more than $180,000.
I was devastated. You know, I'm like, you know, let me look at the percentage, you know, but I was literally devastated when I saw that increase.
Daryl Lloyd lives a modest lifestyle. He bought this 3-bedroom, 1-bath home in 2006 and paid cash $115,000.
I see 960 square feet. I don't have a second floor. I don't have a basement.
Just days ago, his home sweet home on Gardner Avenue in unincorporated Chicago Heights felt more like a nightmare.
I'm at a loss. So right now, I don't know what to do. I can't even sell the house because they see the taxes. Everybody gonna run.
This is the tax bill that Lloyd received last year, a little over $1,800. But this is the whopping bill he received last week, a property tax hike of over 3,811% for a total of over $30,000. The property was valued at over $1 million.
Nothing over here is worth $1 million.
The diesel mechanic and safety inspector is currently receiving disability after suffering an injury.
I have to move in with a relative or something. You know, I can't afford it.
The Cook County Treasurer's Office says, sadly, Lloyd isn't the only homeowner with a large tax bill. The office conducted this analysis and found that, quote, the assessor's office acknowledged it erred in calculating land values for more than.
Yeah, they didn't know he was going to say something. So you tell me, folks, how you doing, Martian Mello? You tell me, you know doggone well, if these were illegals, they would find a way. They, first of all, they wouldn't have jacked their property taxes up that high. Yes, share. Yes. You tell me this is right. Yes, pushing Americans out. That's the Democratic way. This is how they treat Americans. Yes. How you doing, Paulina? Social media tax. What is, yes, Pauline, I heard about that. He's trying to get money from everywhere. Yes. Because he knows Trump has cut those federal dollars, which I'm glad he did. He has no more money to spend on illegals. I love it. Oh my God. You tell me this is right. Treating Americans like taking their homes, jacking up the taxes so they can't pay them, and then they just come and take them. So if you look at the comments, yeah, they, you know, people know, yeah, they want his home. This is wrong. Shoot, this is not right.
Than 4,400 homes in the south and southwest suburbs. That led to severe overassessments for homes on larger plots of land. The errors were discovered too late in the process for them to be corrected before tax bills were calculated, printed, and mailed. Lloyd says he went to the Cook County Tax Assessor's office to get help and kept getting the runaround.
I said, let me go downtown City Hall to the assessor's office. And at that point, I showed them my taxes and I told them that I had a substantial increase, and they was like, everybody taxes increase. I talked to another gentleman. He looked around and made some calls, and he said, well, I called another department. They won't answer the phone.
That's when Lloyd called us about the $1 million mistake. Fox 32 was able to reach the assessor's office, and tonight we have confirmation that the astronomical tax increase is a mistake. The assessor tells us, quote, this property was given an incorrect assessment due to a permit that was unintentionally applied to the property.
How many of you believe that crap?
We will process a corrected tax bill for this property in the coming weeks, ensuring that the homeowner will ultimately pay the right amount in property taxes.
Thank God this guy went to the media. They just would have taken his home. Monique, I live in upstate New York. I pay $4,000 per year on property taxes. It was $1,200. I'm lucky. It could be worse. Monique, I think my property taxes are, I don't know, $1,800, something like that. It's less than $2,000. I know that. So, but yeah, they just take people's homes, you know? Oh my God. Lanita, my home in Akron, Ohio is similar, but with a finished basement. Thank God my taxes are $1,600, but they're slowly creeping up every few years. This is pure land grab in Chicago and everywhere. Boom. You got it, Lanita. When you need Democrat government to help. Oh, look at the CCD. Boom. That's right. You know you're going to get that runaround. You know.
It happened to me. It probably happened to other people. I'd like to see something, immediate action.
Well, Lloyd says he'll be watching his mailbox every single day, waiting for that certificate of error to arrive from the assessor's office. No timeline was given for that. But if you do feel like your property taxes are wrong, there is an appeal process, and there's a link to this story on our homepage for you to do that. That's Fox32Chicago.com. Live in downtown tonight, Tia Ewing, Fox 32 Chicago.
Thank God. Think of the people that don't go to the news. This is what they're doing. This is what your lovely Democrats are doing, right? Just taking people's homes. So again, they've been doing this, folks. This is nothing new. They've been taking people's homes. So again, if you keep voting for Democrats, you're voting for your own demise. And it's just sad. So I wanted to share that with you. They are pushing them. I had one more to share with you. They are pushing them out. I have one more TikTok and then we are done. I promise. Hit that like button. Also, if you are enjoying this content, it's okay. So there was another young lady I was watching, and she was upset too, which she should be. Let me see. She was talking about her property taxes as well. Let me see. I think I have it here. Well, maybe not. Thought I had it. Oh well. I might have to show it to you tomorrow night. I thought I had it pulled up, but I don't think I have it now. Charles, I'm going to school y'all Black American people. FBA Foundation Black Americans voted last year. Black men 90%, black women 89%. So it's coming 2026. Okay, Charles Brewer. I wonder how much Brandon's. Yeah, Mayor, that's a good question. Yeah, that's a very good question. All right. So I guess I will. Hold on. Let me see. I'm trying to find where the videos were that I've already viewed, and I may have to wait and show that to you tomorrow because I cannot find it. But there was another young lady who was talking about what was going on in Chicago, and it was great. Okay, and let me see. Tell me what you think about this subject matter. I need to know. You know how I feel. I know what this is all about. They are trying to take these people's property. They have replaced these people. And it's so sad many don't even know it. That's just where we are, folks. All right. They are pushing out. Doreen, yes, they are. They're pushing them out. Okay, I found her. So I'm going to show you one more, and then I promise we are going to get out of here. All right. I don't know why my TikTok won't pull up on, let me see. It won't pull up on Google. I have to type it in on Microsoft, and then I have to copy and paste the link into Google. So I don't know what's going on with. I might need to just delete my Google. All right. So now I have it. So I'll show this to you, and then we are out of here. I hope you're enjoying this content. If you are, or if you have enjoyed it, do me one favor and type a 1 in the comment section. All right, I found it. Yes, here we go. Can we say gentrification, boys and girls? That's something, something else they're doing there. Steve Bannon, Peter Navarro went to prison for contempt of Congress. Yet Eric Holder, Hillary. Yeah, they didn't get to say. And, Big Tish, she beat another rap. I'm like, she can just do, she's untouchable. She's like the freaking Teflon Don, like John Gotti was before he died. Yeah, I got an alert today, and she's still beating all these raps. All right, listen to what this young lady has to say, and then we're going to go. And I think she's using some profanity, but I guess when people are about to take your property, that's going to anger you just a little bit. All right, let's see what she's saying.
Chicago neighborhoods and the property tax increases that they saw. Downtown Chicago, mostly corporations. They appealed their high taxes, stating, and we're talking about property taxes here, stating that crime and vacancies have led them to have led their properties to be less valuable, and therefore their property taxes should be lowered. They appealed and won. However, because the school boards, city governments, and other things didn't lower their budgets, the property tax deficit must be fulfilled. The bright idea is, let's put it on the citizens, the everyday person. Okay, don't like it, but it would have been fair if it would have been evenly spread across all of the communities. I'm going to list 3 communities, and I'm going to tell you the property tax increases that they saw. West Garfield Park, predominantly Black. They saw 133% increase in property taxes. It's cat hair on my camera, I'm sorry.
You said she had her cat hair on the camera. Rusty, oops, my bad. It was a mistake. No, she's not. God has a trick for her and all the rest. Yes, my girls. Boom.
North Lawndale, 99% increase in property taxes. Also, a predominantly Black community. Streeterville, it is not predominantly Black. They saw a 0.8 decrease in property taxes. It gets to a point where you ain't gonna keep telling me it ain't about that. It's definitely about that. But you guys are so opportunistic. Those neighborhoods, West Garfield, North Lawndale, that is prime real estate. 10 to 15 minutes from downtown, right off the expressway, 15 minutes from the suburbs. Not bad at all. We gonna price you niggas out. It's a different version of redlining, bro. Like literally. I can't keep fucking, I can't. Like it's getting to the point where it's messing with my psyche. I gotta get the fuck up out of here. Like I have to. Chicago.
So I told you she got a little rough there at the end, but yeah, what she's saying is actually that's what they're doing. And some people are so angry they just can't control, which if when someone's taking your livelihood, something you've worked hard for, that will make you a little upset. I can explain to you what the rich do to get around paying their taxes, and it's actually a genius move. Okay, Rusty, tell us. 99, yeah, 99 red fluff balloons. I remember that, Michael. Predominantly Black. Jackass of a mayor is Black. So yes, yeah, you got rid of Beetlejuice, and instead of trying a Republican, let's put another Democrat in there. No, ma'am, no, sir. She said facts, and I'd be angry too if they. Yes, Jeremiah. And then you lose your home. Where are you going to live? The rents are too high. Where are you going to live? On the street? So you have to think about that. The people that lose their homes, right? Where are they going to go and pay rent? Particularly elderly people that are losing their homes. They're on a fixed income. Where are they going to stay? So hit the like button, folks. We're almost to 70 likes, 3 away. We're done. And I'll be live tomorrow. Let's see what else the Somalis do. Yes, 99 left balloons. Beetlejuice was wrong too. Yes, she was. Voting for skin color is just wrong. That's why they're in the situation that they're in. Rusty, invest their fortune in markets and taking out loans against those investments equals no capital gains tax, yet they still operate on the bank's money, and even the bank will do it for them. Thank you, Rusty. Yeah, anytime you want to give people financial tips and nuggets, drop it in the comments section. Redlining basically wanted to keep Black Americans from being able to have home ownership and keep Black Americans from moving in different neighborhoods. Yes, that's how it used to be. But Monique, in these blue cities, they keep voting for Democrats. And so a prime example, you don't have as many Black people in LA. So the Democrats didn't tell them, well, you're Black and you can't stay here. They just priced them out of the market and replaced them. Boom. So again, you're voting for your own demise. That's what's happening. Lose your home, give up your citizenship, and they'll put you in a paid home. Boom. You know it. So again, I don't know why. We need more people to wake up. I need you to help me get more people to wake up. The Democrats are doing all of this. Yeah, shout, let it all out. Yes. Lola, sometimes you can look at a person, which I did. There's no way I would have voted for him looking scary. Oh, really, Lola? Yeah, sometimes you see people and you can pick up on them and you can tell that they're not right. Yeah, redlining the banks. They have maps up, and certain areas are considered, bad, and the property taxes are low. Yeah, redlining. But yeah, what the Democrats do is de facto segregation. They don't tell you you can't stay there. They just price you out of the market, and that's what they've done in California. But they keep voting for Democrats. So I've got nothing. What can I do? Stop voting for Democrats. The Civil Rights Act was passed in 1964, which abolished the Jim Crow laws. Then came redlining. Okay. So can I get one more person to hit that like button? We are done and we are leaving. We're going to get out of here. If you're like me, you have to get up and go to work tomorrow, which is good. It's always good to have somewhere to go. Like the Democrat speaker, Timu Obama. Yes, cold and soulless. Oh, yeah. Hey, CCD, did you see my short on the Timu Obama song? If not, let me know so I can drop that link in the chat for you. It is hilarious. I am the Timu Obama. Let me know. It's one of my shorts, and it's done very well. It's hilarious. And we are in this, CCD, we always have fun. Now, Friday, I will be on camera. Today, I had to go to the dentist to get a crown, and I didn't have time to come home and do anything. I just jumped on. So that's why I'm not on camera, but promise I will be on camera tomorrow. So you get to pick on me, CCD. CCD, I'm going to drop my Timu Obama song since you said this was fun. So you can have some more fun. How about that? Oh my God. I am the Timu Obama. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I just copied the link. And don't forget to check out my shorts, folks. I do shorts. I try to do 3 or 4 shorts a week. And check them out. Okay, there you go. Team Obama has a Somalian 45. Okay, Michael. Rolynn, I hope you check out the Somali hospital director that was busted moving fentanyl and organ harvesting in Columbus. It's so deep that it's just as corrupt or worse than Omar's scam. Yeah, I was saying. Oh yeah, I'm fine, CCD. I just had to get a crown. No shots in the mouth today. They did that last visit. So today they just put my crown on. I'm good. No, Monique, I didn't have a root canal. I just had a crown for a cracked tooth at the top and the back. So I gotta keep the pearly whites together. Rolynn, check out a guy called Pink Bird, my new face. Okay, Cher. Lanita, you want me to check out the Somali hospital doctor? Yeah, I've been busy today because I left work a little earlier than usual to go to the dentist, so I didn't get a chance. Somali hospital director, yeah, that was I'm gonna check that out. I heard about, I hear things, but you know how it is. When you're working every day, you just don't have time you hear things or you see a short clip. But yeah, I'll check that out. We can talk about that tomorrow. What did they do? Lanita, let me see what Lanita said. He was moving fentanyl and yeah, I heard about the organ harvesting. I heard about that. Oh my God. Whoa, my God. What won't these people do? Yeah, so I'll definitely check that out even more. Marshmallow Funny, I typed that last message 2 times and somehow one of them, the first one was deleted. Oh, okay, Marshmallow. Yeah, we're going to go. Black guy with a hot pink beard. Share, that sounds funny. Oh my God. My friend has a course on tax liens where people purchase properties with outstanding liens. I think it's kind of sad. Yeah, you have the vultures that come in and you know, hit the like button, James. Hello, hello. We're leaving. We're done. You're going to have to catch the replay. Sorry. All right. We are done. I will check that out. Thank you so much. I heard about it. I just didn't have time. I'm coming to talk to all of you right now in the comments section. I appreciate you. For all my new folks that are here, I will be live tomorrow at the same bat time and the same bat channel, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you again for spending your very valuable time here at the Rolynn's Reviews YouTube channel. I'm coming to talk to you right now in the comment section also. Please come back and leave comments after I end the live stream. YouTube likes to see engagement. I'm coming to talk to you right now.